Hello, guys. Good morning. It is Sunday, and although I said I would not be making videos on Sunday, I'm going to make up a quick breakfast thing to get me through the week. I had boiled some potatoes in with a corned beef brisket that I made the other night. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh Lord, I'm going to chop them up, and it's all leftovers. Just use your leftovers. And I got sausages, and I'm going to use half a pepper, a little bit of onion, and eggs, and I'm going to grate the cheese on top. I've already buttered a loaf dish. Some people do the little cupcake, I used to make little cupcake ones, and I'll just eat one or two before work or on the go or whatever. But if you want to save yourself time, just make it in a loaf pan or a cake pan or whatever. So, this nail is not too handy with a knife, but I'm just going to cube these. I've seen one where the lady mixed egg and the potato, smashed up the potato, and she made a crust in a pan with potato and butter and egg. And then she put her egg and pepper and cheese, whatever, sausage mixture in. And that looked really nice. It's like a quiche. Basically, I guess it is a quiche. Just with a potato crust. I like the skins, but if they come off while I'm peeling them, I'm going to set them aside. And these are nice and soft. They've been in the fridge overnight. So they're cold and they're soft to slice up. And if you want to, you just peel the peel right off of them very easily. But I like the peel to get the extra vitamins. And my grandkids are not coming today. I guess they're going to come tomorrow for dinner. So that gives me an extra day to prep. They're going to go to their other grandparents. And someone just messaged me with a little thing about happy holidays or whatever. And I just replied back, love and prayers to you and yours. And I said, I don't know who that was. I didn't recognize the phone number until after I pressed send. I have a friend that no matter what, they always send me, pretty pictures and that on holidays and wish me every holiday, Merry Christmas or whatever. But they never fail for the last 20 plus years. And yeah, we're just going to cut these up. These are turkey sausages. I don't eat pork. So these are Lilydale turkey sausages, and I love them. But this batch has a little bit of maple flavor in them. And to be honest, they weren't very flavorful. Because they're turkey, they don't have a lot of flavor as it is, and when they're made into a sausage. I think I already mentioned these. These are just coffee filters. So instead of having 110 plates out on the table, get you a pack of coffee filters for $2. Use them for snacks for the kids or whatever. Now, I had some wrinkly tomatoes in the fridge. I'm not going to use them. But if you have wrinkled vegetables, they're fine to use. As long as they don't have, mold or black or whatever on them. But this would be a dish to use up all your wrinkled veggies in. I'm not much tomato in the morning. Garlic in the morning. Onion is okay. But I don't like the garlic in my breakfast sandwich or whatever. But I do love garlic. Now, I want to show y'all this. This is a chopper, and I bought it off Amazon, of course. This now has carpal tunnel. I had one of my hands done, so that'll be better soon. It's on its way to healing. But Miss Khloe Kardashian has one of these. So, maybe my celebrity status will come because I'm using the same products as her. Anywho, Khloe Kardashian was such a hoot. She was so funny, natural born comedian. And then she had all them surgeries, and I think being put under the anesthesiology or whatever, anesthesia, I never can get that word right. I think it did something to her funny brain, because she's not as funny since she had all them plastic surgeries. I liked her when she just accepted herself for who she was. She was so funny. Anyways, I'm just going to use half a pepper. And I don't care if the pith is in it, whatever. That means nothing to me. And then, yeah, you just... The mandolin ones, where you do this on them, they're very dangerous. This, I just give it a slap. And I thought, oh, how am I going to slap down a... I'll show you. Sorry, Miss Nell's not a famous YouTuber yet. She can't afford her own cameras and all that. What am I saying? You just slap it down, and it's really not hard. I thought it would require a lot of pressure to push down. No, not at all. And I got about this much onion. It's probably a little too much. I'm going to use half of that. Yeah, I was watching this YouTuber. I've watched her for many years. And I thought she put all her videos together herself. And, you know, I thought obviously she invested in good camera equipment and all that. And, but it turns out she has a whole camera crew. I just found that out a couple days ago. And I feel like I've been duped. When you are washing this thing, be super duper careful. I put it up on the ledge when I wash it, so that nobody gets into it and hurts themselves, because they're super sharp. But I think that cost me $20. Best investment I ever made, because look at all that. It took me 2 seconds. I'm just going to use about half of this mixture. I'm not going to use all of it, because I'm only using 5 eggs. And I'll put a little bit more in there. Then I can use that little bit there for another meal. Try to save yourself. So, like I said, you can chop all your veggies and leave them in there in the fridge. There's a lid that comes with it, I believe. Or you just take the chopper off there and put it in the fridge. Or saran wrap, whatever. Or beeswax. But just when you're doing stuff, even when you're grating cheese, grate the whole brick. And then that way you don't have to get to washing everything all the time. Save yourself. And your freezer is your best friend. Your very best friend. So now we're going to crack the eggs in there, obviously. I should have given that a little mix before I cracked the eggs in, but whatever. And I'm just going to put salt and pepper in here. I do have the bagel, what is it called? Five-way bagel seasoning, or what is it called? You know what I mean. It's a bagel seasoning, but I'm just over it. I was sprinkling it on everything, and I'm just over it. So I'm just going to use salt and pepper. But actually, I should have beat the eggs a bit before I... What am I trying to say here? Before I threw them in the bowl. But actually, it's alright. It's okay. But let's just save your time. Use up all your leftovers. Never ever throw out food. Throw it in the freezer. Put it in a baggie if you don't feel like eating it. Throw it in a baggie and throw it in the freezer, because I don't know how many times I had the green babies come for lunch or whatever on surprise. And I got pasta in there. If I make pasta, I make the whole bowl or whole box of pasta, and I just take the rest and put it in the freezer. Freeze it in little bags, and then, into one serving sort of thing. And it saves you time. You're not doing the dishes. When you get to be my age, you're just over everything. Over it all. So yeah, you might as well just cook a whole box. And the last thing I want to be doing is making little, pasta. Just make the whole dang box. Unless you're really finicky and you're making homemade pasta and you're making a fancy dinner. I'm over being fancy, yeah. So we're just going to give this a real good mix. And I got my oven heating to 350, but you could even put it on to 425. whatever floats your boat. Bake it. Mostly everything that needs to be cooked in an oven needs to be baked. And if it doesn't need to be baked, but whenever I cook meat, everybody puts it, I put it on low and slow. Longer than usual. That's how my Mima taught me how to cook it. Low and slow. Come out nice and tender. She used to make garlic and, what's it called? Honey garlic. And barbecue in her own oven. Oh, yummy. Anyway, so what I'll do, this will last me probably every day for a week, 5 days. I'll just slice a piece of this off. I'm going to cut it when it's done cooling and put it in freezer bag. What you can do is you wrap it in a bit of parchment paper, and then you put it in a freezer bag. Then you save your freezer bags. You're not using, they're so damn expensive, and now they only have like 15 to a box. Freezer bags everything's expensive, but the freezer bags, oh, buy the no-name brand. If anybody can suggest a cheese grater that's easy to clean. And so, yeah, so I'll cook it for about half an hour, maybe more. Just check it. Nothing in this world has got to be perfect. Just look at it. Nothing is hard. Just look at it. Sometimes when I bake cookies or muffins, sometimes I forget. Did I put it in for 10 minutes or 9 minutes or whatever? The rule of thumb is when you can smell it, it's probably cooked. So, as soon as you start to smell them cookies, better get to them before they start burning. There we go. There, see, I made a little video. I was going to do this anyway, and I made a video in the meantime. That's actually a lot of cheese. Only cut off about that much, but actually turned about. And, you could, on the end of the cooking, you could turn it on for 4 or 5 minutes on broil and brown up the cheese. I like it when the cheese is real brown and bubbly. Bubbly. All right, I'm going to let you go. I don't think I had anything more to say today.